Because I don't cook. I do not cook. He manages the money. He do all the cooking, all of that. I said, if something happened to him, me and my son I gotta afford a chef. I gotta hire a financial planner, and I might have to hire a man because I'm not doing all of this again and learning and growing and no, because my husband set a standard. But me and him and I had a conversation, an expectation of what we wanted and demanded from each other. Not the world, not the podcast, not any of that. Him and I understood what he wanted, and he understood what I wanted. So we came together. Cool. The kitchen is not my forte. I find a recipe and I follow that joint, okay? Because that's how my brain works. Men, y'all don't operate on your emotions, and y'all are very emotionally intelligent, and that's what the podcast telling y'all, right? Cool. Boom. And women run on their emotions. That's what, men are from Mars, Venus, whatever, everybody different. Cool. I run on my emotions. But I had to explain to my husband that while I appreciate your logic and your solution-driven approach, I'm gonna need you to hear what I'm saying first.
That's right.
So once you listen to me, once you hear me vent or complain about the job, my logic is telling me that I need this job. I know I can't walk off the job because that's emotionally unstable and if fiscally irresponsible, right?
Right.
But if I'm able to vent to you without you trying to throw a solution at me, I could go to work the next day and be like, cool, I have a safe space to talk. The solution for me would just be to like find another job immediately because, the internet is telling you got to live this soft life and like all your employees must love you and cater to your every whim. But like sometimes work is hard. Like you gotta work, right? But not every time I want your solution. Right? Because if a man tried to vent to me and I'm like, no, I'm not trying to hear that. What you need to do is call them, call this person, call this lawyer, and you're not trying to hear all that. So when you're interacting with a person, everybody's listening to what's out there and what's going on. You have to get down to the nitty-gritty with the person you're dealing with. Because the internet is flooded with opinions. Everybody wants me to have podcasts, YouTube, and I'm like, my voice is going to get lost because I'm not arguing with anybody. I'm not getting loud. I'm not picking the most negative. That's too much. That energy is not safe to exist in because I had to heal my hormones, stop operating on my testosterone and build on my estrogen. And I'm not trying to go back to that. But the thing is, my husband also had to grow as well. It's not the cojones to grow and develop and change and to cater. It's not just on the woman.
That's right.
I understand what my husband wants from me. Okay. He likes French tip. I hate acrylic nails. But sometimes I just be like, Maylin, just go ahead and throw a little something on there. I'll figure it out. I like my fingertips, stay valuable, but I'm going to figure it out. When it's time to do a photo shoot, I hate wigs, I hate makeup. But then I'm like, boo, I'm gonna just make the appointment to get the straight backs, cornrows, and you figure it out. Because for me, that's what you like. It's your opinion. When it's like you want to go somewhere, you want to pick an outfit, cool. But I had to learn. I had to learn that I had to pay attention. I had to listen. We're not listening to each other. We're just talking. We're not listening to understand and comprehend. We're just talking to be heard. Just making noise. That's not safe. If you want a traditional partner, you have to be one. If you want a submissive woman, be that masculine man where she feels safe. You have to be what you're looking for. You listen to all these conversations, it's oversaturated with toxicity. All these people out here talking about get your look back. If you cheat on me, I'm leaving. He cheated on me, I'm leaving. Me and my son leaving, I'm taking your money. Because if you are unfaithful,
right. Thank you.
If you are unfaithful, you have violated the terms of the agreement.
Exactly.
So I'm leaving.
Not take his money though.
So no.
Yeah.
Let's go to this.
Increase that child support payment.
Let's go to this. Let's go to this.
But if you continue to abide by the terms of the agreement that you and I agreed to, we Gucci. I'll continue to grow with you. I'll support you. You support me. We flourish together. But if one person decides to violate that agreement, now if you tell me, Caroline, I'm cool on you, I'm finna go and we could dissolve it, I'd be like, all right, you can take what you came in with. I'm got what I got. But you violate that, I'm taking you to the bank. I'm taking you to the cleaners. But as far as the dating scene is concerned, I got friends out here. My single friend sat at the dinner table with us a couple weeks ago and talked about what she would do in a relationship. Now, master's degree, she's almost 40, like owns her home. She out here talking about like she's an independent woman, but when she's in a relationship, he coming home to a home cooked meal every day. He waking up in the morning and he got his slippers by the bedside. He take a shower. She done warmed up his drawers.
That's not.
My husband looked at me. I look back at him like,
some warm drawers be feeling good.
Warm drawers. They warm up when you slide them up. I'm not warming up nobody's drawers. Because that's not the agreement. That's the terms and conditions of our agreement. That's her agreement. Whoever. But that's not. If you told me from the years ago that you want, I would have packed them joints into something. You know, started your bath, would have throw some bad salts in there, but that's not the agreement. So what I'm saying is people are just out here running around with their own agendas and making it seem like it's on the other person's side to like fix it and be perfect. You don't enter into a relationship, a dating conversation, a courting situation perfect.
Right.
Regardless of your financial status, regardless of your sexual powers, regardless of like how you look, how you're mentally, nobody's ever going to be perfect. Everybody's going to be in a season of continuous work. You're constantly working on yourself. Granted, I don't want you to show up in shambles like you just left the junkyard, but
hold on. Let me say something.
Go ahead.
You know, it's funny. All right, so I understand everybody. I want to say for the last year, everybody started getting into Kevin Samuels, right? Kevin Samuels said something wild. He's like, yo, if you are at a man's house at 2 a.m. in the morning, you should be down on your knees. The woman responded, praying? Well, I mean, that's what you're going to do. Like, it's funny to think like.
Why you at my house at 2 o'clock in the morning if we ain't doing nothing?
I get. All right, hold on. I get what you said, but
what are we doing?
Hold on.
What are we doing? What are we doing at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Hold on. Maybe she needed a shoulder to cry on.
Bye. If that was the case, we're gonna have that conversation about that. But if you're coming over, and we just chilling at 2 o'clock in the morning, we fucking.
But here's the thing. That's the problem. Like, men have these expectations, and they're like, "Yo, this is what should happen at this time." Like, it's the same thing. Like, yo, if you fly a girl out to Dubai or something.
Gabriel. So if a female invited you over at 2 o'clock in the morning, she's not expecting to fuck.
Hold on.
If she invited you over at 2 o'clock in the morning, she's just there. You just there to just cry or show. No, she wants you to beat that pussy up.
I'm talking about she's going to. Let me say one thing. Right? I've seen, like, imagine watching a video where a dude is like, yo, like, I took you out on the trip, you're not going to sleep with me? All right, I'm going to leave you here. You find your own way to get home. That's retarded. If you wanted sex in the first place, all you had to do was say, like,
wait, stop. So I flew you. You know the situation. You know what's going on. I flew you out.
Okay.
So we're having a good time.
Yeah.
You know now, here's the thing.
Entitled, though. That's the
Gabriel. Here's the problem.
All right, go ahead, bro.
We're acting as if females aren't smart enough to know what's going on.
Oh, they are.
They run game all day. They got a free trip to a place. They got free meals. And then as soon as it's about to come on now, we ain't about to go do that. Now, mind you, watch this. If you knew you was going on a trip, you should have had some money left over just in case your plan had went left. Right? But instead, you have no money, which you probably still do.
Right.
But now what you're doing is you're going online, oh, I ain't got no money. So now all of a sudden, a whole bunch of people are going to start sending you money to go help you on your trip. But if a dude did that, ain't nobody sending no dude no money. If he got left, he got left. So at the end of the day, now that's that point. Now, Caroline, the only reason why I apologize for trying to interject is only because of this. You'll hit a lot of points, and when you do, all I'm trying to do is answer, and then you go to another point next, and then you go to another point next, and then I forget the first point. So I'm just trying to answer. See, like with men, the reason why we go back and forth without arguing is because somebody will say something, they'll hit a point, another person will answer, and then they'll go right back. It's not disrespect. It's not like, oh, let me finish my answer. It's more like, oh, let me just answer this. Let me get this out the way because you said this statement. Let me kind of clear it up Let's move on to the next thing you're saying. But then when you're going on 6 different things, then